In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, most merciful. Dear brothers, sisters, and learners, welcome to this English course which is presented to you by English 101 UK. This is our second week. It's Monday, the 22nd June 2020. This lesson is made for the pre-intermediate level. Today, we are focusing on speaking mostly. So we are going to have a look at family members, family tree, list of some careers, and eventually speaking about families. So let's start it. First, we have family members. Here we are at the immediate family. Immediate family members are those who are likely to live directly with you in the same house, like father and mother, son, daughter, brother, sister, husband, or wife. As you can see, it's divided into two groups. The first one is masculine and the second one is feminine. Alright, now we move to the descendants and different generation. Again, it's divided into two groups. You have masculine and feminine. Top on the list is great grandfather. Who is the father of your father's father's father? And its opposite is great grandmother. Who is the mother of your mother's mother's mother? And you have great grandfather, who is the grandfather of your father, and great grandmother, who is the grandmother of your mother. And then you have grandfather, that's your grandfather, and your grandmother, of course your father, your mother, and then you have your son, daughter, grandson is the son of your son, and granddaughter is the daughter of your daughter. Then you have great grandson is the son of your son's son, and then you have great granddaughter is the daughter of your daughter's daughter, and then eventually you have your great grandson, who is the son of your son's son's son, and then you have your great granddaughter, who is the daughter of your daughter's daughter's daughter. Okay, let's move to the relatives. First, you have grandparents and grandfather, grandmother, grandchildren, grandson, granddaughter, great grandfather, great grandmother, and then you have your uncle, who is the brother of your father or mother, and then you have your aunt, who is the sister of your father or mother, and then you have cousin, who is the son or the daughter of your uncle or your aunt, and then you have nephew, who is the son of your brother or sister, and then you have niece, who is the daughter of your brother or sister. Then you have your father-in-law. Father-in-law is the father of your husband or your wife. Then you have your mother, who is the mother of your husband or your wife. Then you have brother-in-law. Brother-in-law is the husband of your sister. And then you have sister-in-law, who is the wife of your brother. Alright. Then we have got a stepfather. A stepfather is the husband of your mother. And then you have a stepmother, who is the wife of your father. Then you have a stepson, is the son of your husband or your wife. Then you have stepdaughter is the daughter of your husband or your wife. Then you have stepsister is the sister. Stepsister is the daughter of your stepfather or stepmother. And then you have stepbrother, who is the daughter of your stepfather or stepmother. Finally, you have half brother, who is your brother but just from your father's side or your mother's side. Still your brother but half brother, not from your both parents, just from one parent. The same thing with your half sister, is your sister but from one side of your parent. Okay, that was very easy. And then we move to family tree. This is an example of a family tree. This is how it looks like, but don't worry too much because we have one that with full details. Okay, this is the family tree. Let's suppose that this is you. If this is you, then this is your father and this is your mother. Alright, so this will be your brother because you share the same father and mother. This will be your sister because you share the same father and mother. In this case, this is a twin sister. Alright, so then you have your grandmother and you have your grandfather, who is the mother of your father and the father of your father. Okay, so this man will be your uncle because he shares the same parents with your father. And this woman will be your aunt because she shares the same parents with your father. If this is your aunt, then her husband is your uncle. Okay, and their children will be your cousin. Their son will be your cousin and their daughter will be your cousin too. Okay, if your cousin is married, then you will have your cousin's wife. Okay, then the children of your cousin are your niece and your nephew. Alright, you yourself, if you are married, then you will have a husband. If you are a female, or if you are a man, then you will have a wife. And this will be your children, your son and your daughter. Okay, let's move up a little bit. So those are your grandparents. Then you will have great grandparents. You will have great grandmother and great grandfather. The same thing. Great grandmother and great grandmother. So this is a family tree. Let's move on. We have another example, which is for the Queen's Elizabeth family. This is the royal family. You have Queen Elizabeth II with her husband, Prince Philip of Philip, then their children, Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales, and Princess Anne, and then you have Prince Andrew, and then you have Prince Edward. Okay, let's come here. Prince Charles, who was married to Princess Diana, who passed away, currently is married to Princess Camilla or Camilla. Then you have the children, Prince William and Henry, with their wives and children. So those will be the great grandchildren of Queen Elizabeth. Those are the children of Elizabeth, grandchildren of Elizabeth, and great grandchildren of Elizabeth. Okay, let's move on to list of some careers here. We have got first one, artist, athlete, carpenter, chef, coach, doctor, dentist, designer, electrician, engineer, farmer, agent, judge, lawyer, librarian, nurse, photographer, pilot, politician, president, reporter, scientist, secretary, social worker, teacher, tutor, writer, police officer, soldier, worker, driver, player, journalist, presenter, businessman or businesswoman, and you have got manager or supervisor. So those are some careers that we have for today. So let's move to some examples of talking about families. Those examples were taken from British Council website. That's britishcouncil.org. You have got the link to that website. Let's read our first example. It says, my family is very lovely as I have an elder sister, a mom, and a dad. My sister is 2 years older than me. That's my only sibling. Although sometimes I do fight with my sister, but we will forget that at the next moment and become as usual. My parents are sometimes very strict at studying, but most of the time they are very friendly and good to us. My family isn't crazy about sports, but we do often go to the park to jog or run. I will always feel happy and proud of my family, as it's my only and unique family. Okay, here is our example. Number 2 is, I have 5 people in my family. This is my parents, 2 sisters, and me. This is a big family. When I am sad, my mom always stands beside me. So I love my family. My father is a fisherman. My older sister is a waitress. My younger sister is a hairdresser. Let's move to our third example. It says, I am from Switzerland. I have one older sister. Her name is Victoria. My mom's name is Christine, and she speaks English, French, Italian, and Spanish. My dad's name is Francois, and he speaks Spanish, English, German, French, and Italian. I speak French and some Spanish and English. I have 2 dogs and 2 rabbits. Here we are to our fourth example. It says we are a nuclear family. My parents and me. I have an older sister. She's married, so no longer lives with us, but stays in the same city. I am the youngest in my family. Well, I love them a lot. I can say we are mixed of everything. We have problems, arguments, and ugly fights, just like every family probably does. Then, the next moment, you may see us being funny and laughing as if there is no issue going on in our lives. We are all very much aware of the fact that we love each other a lot, will support each other at every step, and can die for each other. Alright, let's move to our last example, which says, all my family is crazy about sport. My dad is a big fan of Spanish footballer Leo Messi. That's why my dog's name is Leo. My sister prefers volleyball to football. She supports a Polish team and her favorite star is Wellesley. He is the best. My sister wants to become a volleyball champion too. My mom loves volleyball too. I play football, basketball, handball, and table tennis. Alright, finally we come to our homework for this week. So, you have got two homeworks. The first one is to draw your family tree. It's an optional. If you can do it, that's fine. If you can't, that's still fine too. Number two is to talk about your family, and this is the most important one. So record your voice talking about your family at least for 4 minutes. So record your voice talking about your family for 4 minutes. This is your homework for this week. I hope it's clear, and you have until Friday. From now to Friday, you can send your homework via Telegram. So record your voice talking about your family. You can prepare your speaking by writing such examples and then start reading it loud. Record it, try to read it many times until you make sure that you are happy with your speaking. Then record it for the last time, send it as a homework. So this is the homework for this week. I hope this lesson was very easy, understandable, and well organized. Wish you all the best.